All right, last night on the 110 Nation Sports Show, Mario and myself got into the discussion of Ja Morant's 25-game suspension. Listening to what we had to say.
The NBA has handed down their suspension, and Ja Morant got 25 games. I heard as little as 20 or 25. Most commonly, I heard half a season. I heard a few people go as far as a full season. I didn't think a full season. I was more of that probably half season scenario group of people. Of course, the Players Association, I'm not a big fan of it. It's a slippery slope with that. And we talked about it, the fact that he's not actually broke a law. So this is more of the NBA and how they feel their players need to conduct business. And it's funny because they're not the only league, and a lot of people have lost this in the whole conversation about it. The NFL did the same thing with the NFL has done the same thing with other players, and I know there's other ones, but most recently, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson didn't do anything that broke the law. Regardless what people think, expecting or wanting someone basically to jack you off is not against the law. It is maybe frowned upon, and it's not the conduct that the NFL or any NFL team wants their players to uphold, but it's not against the law. And so he got suspended 11 games based on his conduct, how he basically the professionalism that the NFL and the teams want to uphold. And at the end of the day, that's what Ja Morant's getting suspended for. He didn't break the law, but there's a certain code of conduct. There's a certain professionalism the NBA and the teams want to hold. And so I don't know how or if the Players Association can get the games, the suspension changed and reduced or anything, because it's not based on him breaking the law. It's basically based on the NBA and how they feel the punishment fits to hold that certain professionalism or conduct. And you got a lot of people out there also fan base wise, I think more so Memphis or Ja Morant fans, they're upset as well. Well, he didn't break the laws, he did blah, blah, blah. Nobody's arguing that case. Nobody's arguing whether or not he broke the law or not. We all understand he has his right, and I am all about the Second Amendment. I am all about being able to carry your gun. There's also the difference between acting like an adult and a professional with a gun, and then acting like a 5-year-old idiot with a gun on a live stream. There's a big difference, especially on top of having to act a professional way and conduct yourself in a certain way because you're under contract to do so. And it's just like in the military. When I was in the military, I didn't just work from PT till I got off for the day. I was a soldier 24/7. Therefore, anything I did that I did not conduct myself as a soldier 24/7, I was held accountable for. Same with any athlete, period. You are under contract. Therefore, technically, you are owned 24/7 until your contract expires. So if you do anything in your quote-unquote off time, off season, whatever, you're still under contract. You're still a part of that association. You're part of that team. You're part of whatever 24/7 until your contract is up. You're no longer part of the NBA, NFL, MLB, whatever the case may be. So I don't see how the Players Association can have any kind of case, get anything reduced, because now this solely sits in what the NBA feels is best for them. What makes them look the best, what helps them look professional, what helps them continue to have role models for young kids to follow versus not follow. Your thoughts on the suspension, your thoughts on if anything will change on the suspension.
I was kind of, when the suspension came and, how the commissioner reacted, during the NBA Finals, stating that they was going to wait until the season has ended to announce that the decision that they came up with and the overall look. I thought 25 games was a good deal. I was expecting more. Honestly, I was looking for at least half a season. 40 plus games. That's what I was looking for. The overall look made it look bad in the NBA. With Ja Morant, as far as the first incident, in Denver with the strippers and strip club, the gun, that was kind of like, this is your warning, and then coming back, yes, his friend did record him, yes, the statement he's saying that was a toy gun, whatever the case may be, it makes him look bad, and then with the picture of him, doing a toy gun with the candle, that's been floating around on Instagram. It really kind of makes Ja Morant look childish. Is his decision making? Is it there? You understand what I'm saying? With the incident with his mom at Foot Locker, and then him physically coming up there, after his mom calls him about an employee at Foot Locker. I couldn't imagine myself. My mom, I'm a full-blown NBA player sitting at home. You understand what I'm saying? My mom calls me about an incident at Foot Locker, and I got enough money to buy every shoe in Foot Locker. You understand what I'm saying? Me physically get in my car, drive to Foot Locker, my mama gone, and then drive to Foot Locker and confront an employee that works at Foot Locker. You understand what I'm saying? So as far as his mentality, that sets a bad example. You understand what I'm saying? That's like saying my mom or sister call me if something happens, and if they call me, they already know they expecting something to happen because they're calling me. You understand what I'm saying? So it kind of makes them look, as far as bad in that situation, in decision making. What type of decision making are you making? You know what I mean? You hitting a child playing a pickup game. You understand what I'm saying? First of all, what are you doing playing a child in a pickup game anyway? You understand what I'm saying? I'm a full-blown NBA. I'm a full-blown NBA star. You know what I mean? That's the least I would want to be playing as far as a high school player. You understand what I'm saying? That's just decision making. That's where it falls back on good decisions. Why is you even playing a teenager in a pickup game, a full-blown pickup game, and you get upset to hit the child or to smack something away from the child or even confront a child, and I'm a full-blown NBA player. You're not playing against adults. You're playing against a teenager. So I think his decision-making is not as good, as far as being an NBA player. And from what I heard, he didn't accept Lil Wayne's, invitation invite for him being like a little mentor to him. I read that too. So it's just based on decision making, and I felt like 25 games was not enough. But what's gonna be next? The apologies and the statements. You know what I mean? That only goes so far. You know what I mean? It's really just down to his actions now.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel